Whether Leonardo da Vinci deliberately put subliminal messages and secret codes into his artwork has been of public interest for quite some time now, mostly influenced by Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. The most recent discovery is that an alien priest has now been found in the Mona Lisa. The video states that through mirroring two halves of the painting and then adding subsequent layers and colors, we can see the image of an alien, right down to its little fingers and estimation of it being just above 3 feet tall. I will say, first of all, that use of mirroring was a prominent method of disguise for Da Vinci. It featured mainly in his writing. However, this was in all probability done to conceal his military designs and ideas.
And finally, a high-tech face peel may have uncovered a secret hidden by the Mona Lisa's famous grin. A French scientist says he's used multispectral light technology to look through every layer of paint applied by Leonardo da Vinci. He claims he has uncovered 3 paintings beneath Mona Lisa, each showing a different woman. Critics are doubtful, but one historian calls the development jaw-dropping. The critics are saying that those other paintings were really just earlier drafts, but the man who spent a decade on this said they are different women with different expressions looking in different directions.
Her smile and air of mystery have gripped our imagination for more than 500 years. But could Mona Lisa finally be giving up some of her secrets? Scientist Pascal Cotte was given rare access to the painting at the Louvre Museum in Paris over a decade ago. Since capturing images of her, he's been scrutinising Leonardo's masterpiece. The painting has been analysed by a multi-lensed camera under intense light.
And we can peel like an onion all the layer of paint.
He claims he's discovered an earlier portrait underneath the surface. And working from his scans of the painting, he was able to create this reconstruction of what he thinks that version of the Mona Lisa looks like.
Side by side with the portrait of Mona Lisa today, for me it's evident this is not the same woman.
Take a look at the painting we all know. She's staring straight at you with that enigmatic smile. But in the newly discovered image underneath, instead of that direct gaze, she's looking off to the side, and there's no trace of that famous smile. There's always been debate about the Mona Lisa's true identity, though over the centuries it's been widely believed that she's Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a Florentine silk merchant. But how likely is it that she's actually a different woman? Art historian Andrew Graham Dixon has been studying historical documents together with this latest scientific research.
I think the new discoveries are like a huge stone thrown into the still waters of art history. They disturb everything that we thought we knew about the Mona Lisa. There will probably be some reluctance on the part of the authorities at the Louvre to think about changing the title of the painting, because that's what we're talking about. It's Goodbye Mona Lisa. She is somebody else.
The Louvre has declined to comment, and the findings are dividing opinion. Not everyone's convinced by the science suggesting another portrait underneath.
They're ingenious in showing what Leonardo may have been thinking about, but the idea that there is that picture, as it were, hiding underneath the surface, I think is untenable. I think there's almost no doubt that it is Lisa.
After all, he was employed as an engineer, among other things, for the ruling Sforza family in Milan from 1483, which was subsequently invaded by the French some 16 years later. In fact, many theorists have cashed in on the possible hidden messages in Da Vinci's works that can only be revealed by the mirroring technique. Some have called it aliens, and some have even gone as far as to label the images as a potential face for God, one of my personal favorites. I completely understand the fascination people have for this. The unknown and the mysterious will always kindle curiosity and the desire to understand. It really does make for a good read. The Da Vinci Code is a cracker. Having said that, though, surely logic must prevail at some point, right? I watched the video a couple of times, and what she is saying is that if you mirror the image, add a little color here, make that bit darker, and perhaps a little bit of shading at this point, then voila, we have our alien priest. This one just seems a little bit too ridiculous. Long before Dan Brown published his bestseller The Da Vinci Code, scientists and artists have been puzzled by the enigmatic smile presented by the model in Leonardo da Vinci's most famous painting, Mona Lisa. Now a group of conspiracy theorists claim that lurking behind the iconic smile is something sinister and out of this world. The recent theory, forwarded by the group The Paranormal Crucible, now claims that beneath the enigmatic smile is an alien high priest allegedly concealed by the Roman Catholic Church for centuries. Following scans of Da Vinci's world-famous world of art, ostensibly a portrait of the Italian noblewoman Lisa Gradini, the group claimed that if one flips an obscure background section of the image, one can see an alien figure emerging from the darkness, allegedly deliberately hidden by Da Vinci, as Dan Brown had speculated in his book, To Expose Hidden Truths Within the Catholic Church. Many theologians believe that Leonardo da Vinci deliberately concealed secret codes and subliminal messages in most of his work. If this is true, then it's reasonable to assume that the Mona Lisa was in fact painted in order to conceal important historical and religious facts, possibly regarding the extraterrestrial presence and its surreptitious involvement within the Roman Catholic Church, the group postulated. While skeptics have pointed out how the image has been highly manipulated to make the grey alien more recognizable, some people believe that Da Vinci himself could have been even more out of this world than most people imagined. Scott C. Waring, who runs UFO Sightings Daily, theorized that Da Vinci was, in fact, an alien himself. He shows all the signs. He had very high intellectual ability, extraordinary creative range, and used them to accomplish quite a bit. Leonardo is somebody who is able to operate across all these various fields, which is very unusual, Waring explained. Geniuses rarely are great in all areas like Leonardo. He was known for hiding secret messages and codes in his artwork, so this new discovery gives us the key we have been missing about him. His extraordinary abilities came from or were those of aliens. Moreover, since the publication of the Da Vinci Code, scientists have explored the possibility that Da Vinci may have hidden occult messages in his works of art. In 2010, art historians had claimed that tiny numbers and letters found painted into the eyes of the enigmatic Mona Lisa could have been a code, as Dan Brown had suggested. The likelihood of Leonardo da Vinci being an alien or half-breed is very high. He shows all the signs. He had very high intellectual ability, extraordinary creative range, and used them to accomplish quite a bit. Leonardo is somebody who is able to operate across all these various fields, which is very unusual. Geniuses rarely are great in all areas like Leonardo. He was known for hiding secret messages and codes in his artwork, so this new discovery gives us the key we have been missing about him. His extraordinary abilities came from or were those of aliens. Many theologians believe that Leonardo da Vinci deliberately concealed secret codes and subliminal messages in most of his work. If this is true, then it's reasonable to assume that the Mona Lisa was in fact painted in order to conceal important historical and religious facts, possibly regarding the extraterrestrial presence and its surreptitious involvement within the Roman Catholic